Alright, so I've got an important video for those of you that are using or flying the DJI O4 air unit, also known as the Lite, and getting reports from people that are in some pretty bad crashes that this camera module is breaking at the cable connector area. And I've got several of these. I've had numerous crashes, not really bad ones though, and I haven't had this problem. But I guess there's some preventive things we should do here so that the camera will not break in a crash. So pretty simple. Here's a brand new one that I just pulled out of the box, and I just want to show you where people are saying this is breaking. There's this MIPI cable right here, and there's a board, and then actually there's two boards here. As you can see, there's the main sensor board, and then there's like a daughter board here that the MIPI cable attaches to. Not sure why they went with this design. Maybe the camera module is probably sourced from a third-party vendor, not DJI, possibly. But you can see here there's this glue on the sides here that's holding this whole sort of three-piece thing together. And apparently this is like a kind of a hard glue. And in a crash, this can break, and then what happens is the daughter, or this board that the MIPI cable is attached to, breaks off of the main sensor board, and it's really hard to see. I probably should get like a microscope or something, but basically this board here is being held onto this main board with some solder, just some pins and some really weak solder, which is why this is being glued here to hold it in place. So, but in a hard crash, this glue, because it's kind of brittle, it'll break, and then this board pops off, and then the camera is pretty much toast. Now the solution to this is pretty simple. I would recommend just getting this stuff here. It's called B7000, and it is similar to E6000, but it's a slightly different viscosity, and it's a little bit thinner, so that you can push it into that tight space there, because it is, as you can see, you need to be able to push the glue in there to be able to reinforce that bond. And then, by the way, if you do this, this probably is going to avoid your warranty, so something to consider if you're going to do this. The reason I recommend this one here, and I'm not sure if all B7000 glue comes with a little needle applicator, so it comes with this very tiny, there's a little needle here, and then this metal applicator here that you can use to push the glue in, and also you stick this needle back in here so that it prevents it from clogging. But I'll show you how it works in a second. So you're going to want to put glue in the top part here, and on the other side as well, down in here. And the nice thing about that metal applicator is that it prevents it from being messy. Sure, you can use E6000, but it's probably going to make a bigger mess, and you're gonna get glue on the MIPI cable over here, which you don't want, because then that, in case you want to switch the cable out, you're going to have a hard time doing that. But I'll show you what I did here on another one. This is one on the Pavo Femto, and I've already applied glue in here. This is dried already, so you can see here that the glue is in place right here, and I just ran it across the top like this, and that should help keep this whole assembly together. And in a crash, obviously other things like the lens breaking, that kind of stuff, is going to be harder to avoid, but yeah, this should help keep this assembly together. Let me just quickly demonstrate how to do this. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna get the glue out, and I'm gonna find that spot. So let's do the other side first. And you can see the glue, the pre-installed glue is right there. And what I'll do, so come in like this from the bottom, and you can just kind of stick this in here, and then kind of squeeze some glue out, and it kind of pushes that in as you use a slight amount of pressure. can push that glue into that crevice there. Like so. And this is not as sticky of a glue as the E6000, so you can see it's not causing that stringy mess. Also, it is a little bit thinner, so for example, you're going to want to glue this one side and allow the gravity to go in there. Let it dry a little bit. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes for it to pretty much dry, but not completely cure, to the point where it won't like drip out. And then you can glue the other side. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if all these tubes have this little metal applicator, which is probably what you're going to want. If it doesn't have that, then it might be messy or so. I'll put a link to this in the description if you want to know where I got that. And that's pretty much it. Just put glue on this side, the other side. I think that should help in terms of preventing this breaking off in a crash, hopefully. And if you got other solutions, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Talk to you guys in the next one.